yeah, we're going to go to the question of the week right now. The question of the week is WWE right for erasing Chris Benoit's legacy, his whole wrestling legacy?
I'll go first. Yes, because you don't want. I don't think they want like the media or like people to like. How do you say it? Like people remember him being in the company because it'd probably be like bad publicity. You can go on. Someone go on now.
Yeah. The whole thing about Chris Benoit, the whole legacy. Now, everyone knows, like, in his legacy with Chris Benoit. I understand with Chris Benoit, he was a good wrestler. I mean, he was one of my favorite wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? But then, some stuff has been going on, with him, and I was like so surprised that he would actually kill his own kids, his family, man. I was just so shocked, and that says to me, like, do I still like Chris Benoit? Well, to Chris Benoit, I have to say, as a wrestler, I like Chris Benoit, but as a person, outside of wrestling, I have to say I do not like Chris Benoit.
I mean, when you talk about a wrestler, doesn't it a wrestler also should be like behind the scenes too? Like you don't want to be like your favorite wrestler be like in the back and being his wife. I mean, as a wrestler, he wasn't. I don't know. Just because he's good, I just don't forgive him. I mean, if you do all that to your family, I don't care how good a wrestler you were. You lost all respect as a wrestler.
I agree, man, and I hate that bull crap when some people try to defend Chris Benoit. How can you defend a man who not only murdered his own flesh and blood and his wife, but then not only that, he took the coward's way out and then committed suicide? Like, that is just one of the most disgusting things ever. Then William, remember Chris for everything except last few days of your life. So are we supposed to remember Hitler for all the artwork that he made? That when he was younger, when he was just a German soldier and he was wanting to just make paintings, like, is that what we remember Hitler for? Man, those paintings were good. So let's just forget about what Hitler did. Seriously, Chris Benoit is trash, and I'm glad that WWE has erased Chris Benoit from their legacy. In fact, I don't think they've done enough. I think they should just come out and say Chris Benoit is like absolute, like, expletive. Like, I think they should just trash this guy. I think that they should take any record of Chris Benoit and just pick.
Here's the deal. I just want to get my 2 cents in on Chris Benoit. I mean, of course, most fans here are not going to agree with what he did, including myself. But when it comes, you can never neglect the talent that he had in the ring. Sure, I hate what he did, and pretty much it left a bad taste in my mouth. But you can't neglect what he did. Now, when you were referring to Hitler, fuck Hitler. First,
We're PG. Don't.
Hey, we have to let everybody know who's talking right now. So just say your, I guess you can say your username on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm Soldier 137. Screw Hitler. But you were referring to Hitler. Nobody's gonna like what he did, of course. But at the same time, you never neglect that he was a smart man. If you actually did your knowledge on it, research on him, you actually see that he's not stupid. Benoit, I mean, we can't really speculate because we weren't there firsthand. It sucks that it happened. Do I think WWE should even refer to him? Not in the sense of what he did, but I don't think they should neglect his talent. And they should still include, at least mention him if they're referring to something maybe during a storyline or something like that. Because they won't even mention him winning the title at WrestleMania 20, was it?
Yeah, they erased it off the title history.
Yeah.
I think they just put not available.
No one was available for the title.
I'll just say right now, like, people that actually want Chris Benoit to be put into the WWE Hall of Fame, that, like, outrages me because they use Eddie Guerrero as an example. Eddie Guerrero, I think we can all agree that Eddie Guerrero would not have been inducted into the Hall of Fame as early as he was if he had not died.
Yeah.
So basically, the people that are being outraged that Chris Benoit is not being put into the WWE Hall of Fame, basically they want WWE to put him into the Hall of Fame because he killed himself. They're like, oh, Chris Benoit has to go in the Hall of Fame right now. He has to go in this year. And then if he doesn't go in this year, he has to go in next year, basically because he killed himself. And you have to think at any point whatsoever, whether it's next year, the year after that, or 10 years down the line, think about Nancy Benoit's parents. Think about her mother, her father, Daniel's grandparents. Think about what they are going to think when they see on TV or read in the headline, you have the person that killed your daughter, killed your grandchild, and he's being honored. It doesn't matter what he's being honored for, but that he's being honored, point blank. Think about the feeling that they're going to have.
I want to say that, you can't really generalize for every fan, that not every fan wants him to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, listen, as a wrestling fan, the shizzing that he did in the ring, to me, was like, special. I'm never gonna forget those moments that he gave to me. But and for that, I really want him to be in the Hall of Fame. But the fact that he did what he did, that there's no chance. It's not even a real conversation. There's no chance in the Hall of Fame.
I agree with you. I think the last week's show, MVP versus Benoit at WrestleMania 23 was an amazing match. One of the matches I'll never forget. But what he did, you can't put him in the Hall of Fame, Would you want to be in the Hall of Fame knowing that Benoit was in the Hall of Fame? Like, you worked all your life. Like, do you think if you were like Bill Watts, do you really want to hear, hey, I'm in the Hall of Fame with Chris Benoit? I wouldn't.
Well, it's like I said, it's just out of the question. The fact that he did what he did, that's an automatic no-no for the Hall of Fame, and some fans just got to get over it. But when it comes to what he did, I mean, if you still respect him for what he did in the ring, that, you kind of feel like you really do want him to be in the Hall of Fame. But like I said, it's out of the question. There's no chance, and pretty much it wouldn't look good on WWE's part.
Yeah, I still respect what he did in the ring, but I just, like people, like Matthew said earlier, people want you to forget the last couple of days of his life. I cannot forget that because I know, like, it didn't affect me personally. Like, I wasn't connected to the tragedy personally, but at the same time, every time I think about that, I'm going to think about the people that were connected to it personally, and I won't say, like, specifically every time I think about Chris Benoit, I think of murderer before wrestler, but it stays in my mind, and I don't think it's ever going to leave. Like, no matter what memory I have of him, like whether it's the memory where him and Eddie Guerrero are standing in the middle of the WrestleMania ring crying because they both had the world championships. Like, that was an iconic moment in wrestling history, but like, I'm still going to think about those last couple of days of his life. I just can't forget that.
Yeah,